You stupid idiots!
This fucking week, dude.
Things have started, I think.
I don't really have anything to say here. We wasted it all in the last one.
Welcome to Stupid Idiots Wrestling Podcast.
My thing. I introduced it. As he said, oh my god, I forgot to turn it down. Hold on. There we go.
Remember, guys, we're strict professionals here.
Yeah. This is the second attempt to record this week's. We'll kind of give you a brief overview of what just happened. We got a new machine. It's a new interface for everything. It works really well, but then all of a sudden it started having an echo, and there was like this feedback thing in there. So we wasted a shitload of time on that. And then my dog, we record in an office building, and my dog just had knee surgery, so she can't really be left alone. And one of her favorite things is to just lick her fucking paw and just go nuts. And all you can hear in the fucking background is her just mounging fucking down. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So I had to yell at her, which I don't like doing. And
we couldn't get that on tape, you know. PETA would fucking have our asses.
Yeah. So anyway, so we had to just start over. Yeah, so basically, we're just going to go right into it. We had a bunch of funny things talking about our transitions and all these great things, but, you know, that's gone, so you don't get to hear it. Fuck you guys. I'm tired of your bullshit. So let's go into Raw.
All 38 of you guys right now.
I'm just gonna leave that one. That'll be the whole thing. I will say this again though. Last week you only got like 3 or 4 matches on your Raw, and I was giving you shit. This week I wish that's what I got. It sucks that it didn't happen till the end, because if it would have been at the beginning, I would have been like, fuck this, I'm watching the Hulu version. Calvin and I would be on the same page. And yeah, that's not what happened. Raw, it started out so good.
Were you saying even Lita mentioned something about it on Twitter?
Lita. There's a bunch of people. I don't have it pulled up right now, but yeah, Lita popped up and she was like, well, Raw is officially off the rails. And I was like, yeah, you're fucking right on that one. So, Raw coverage. So it opens up, Steph's segment. She's in the back. Who's she talking to?
Foley, I believe.
Well, no, on the phone.
Oh, I don't remember who it was on the phone now.
Yeah, I have no idea. But anyway,
important. That's who it was.
So
they're important.
If you look at the phone, she's clearly not talking to anyone because she has an iPhone. You can see the fucking the button to hit to make the call. So it's just lit up, and you can just see this green button if you have an iPhone. It's so fucking that shit drives me nuts. At least put a little bit into it. And then Mick Foley comes in, and he's like freaking out. And he's like, you don't return calls and you don't fucking text. I'm like, maybe she doesn't know how to use her goddamn phone. How about that?
She obviously doesn't know how to make a call,
She wasn't
right?
even talking to anybody on the last one. So where do you think she... Oh, my God. What do you got?
I was just going to say, yeah, Foley, just that one part where he's like, makes you a really good liar and a really bad person, and I can't believe that, Steph. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty deep. I think, they're trying to make Foley a deep character, but still, he's... fucking Foley.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like kind of a goofball. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's definitely, at least he can kind of sell shit. But yeah, it's not
can sell a fall from a cage for sure.
So Owens comes out and he's
dressed to the nine.
Yeah, he's got a suit on, so he's in with the Authority. That's kind of the thing, right? Any guy they have in their pocket, they all dress up super nice.
I think him and Triple H are having a love affair.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I want to see in the WWE right now.
The thing I liked about this one was Seth came out during the middle of this, and he just started chewing everyone's ass. Like, he went fucking nuts. He's like, but they are trying to turn him face, I guess.
Yeah, which I think is fucking stupid, but I mean, I could get off on
Well, here's the thing, though. It's like he's already so over anyway. Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do? Like, I mean...
Have him be the heel that everybody cheers for. I always tell people, like, when somebody's a heel and they're still getting, like, more than, 80% of the fans cheering for them, they're doing something right. Well, you shouldn't fucking turn them face and waste that kind of heat. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know. He came out, had a very good little promo where he just got on everyone, and so Steph, with him freaking out, Steph's like, "No, you're suspended," and then Foley's like, "No, fuck that." Like, how I don't understand where he can override her. That's
because
what I don't
he's the GM. He's the one that makes the matches. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
She's
Yeah,
just the one that runs the show.
See, here's the thing. They explained everything for me on Raw, and I forget it immediately because
that's because half of it will.
The ending drained me so bad that I forgot everything that happened at the beginning. All the good stuff I don't remember. I remember the fucking atrocity.
The beginning segment, I thought, like, I have a couple notes I thought were fantastic. When Owens came out, in this suit looking, fantastic,
yeah.
Say, and the crowd was chanting, "You deserve it," and how he ripped the crowd still. He was like, "Don't fucking act like you're special. Like, don't deserve it." Or, like, oh, it just fucking cracked me up. Anyways, though, and then I was going to say there was more of the love triangle fuel for the fire, I thought.
What was that?
Seth was like, "How could you do this to me after everything I've done for you?"
Oh, so, yeah, I remember that. I think...
I'm telling you.
I vaguely remember when that happened. I was like, Calvin might be onto something.
It's a love. And now I just hope that Owens is giving Triple H the package pile driver. You guys can't see. I'm winking at him right now.
Oh, my God, dude. All right. So the first official match after that... before that, Foley... says no, he's not suspended, and then he announces that they're going to have a match at Clash of the Champions. Well, no shit. So thanks for that.
That one took me, I don't know. I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
it's like a M. Night Shyamalan ding dong twist.
So first match, Bayley versus Charlotte. So, my dick through the roof on this one.
Does Charlotte ever look bad? I have realized,
See, here's what I don't understand. People will post... that photo of her being like, you know what picture I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, any angle, any face, everyone can have a super bad picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's hilarious when people like don't like a celebrity or something and they'll post like a real, like, look how ugly this bitch is. And it's like, what the fuck okay, yeah, it's a bad picture. But I mean, dude, there was this thing on Instagram. And we'll talk about this later, but WWE, they post some shit like throughout the night. It's not essentially like live tweeting, but they'll like post pictures of like what's going on Raw. And they posted this picture of Sasha Banks, and oh my God, she looks so fucking good in this picture. And I took a screenshot of it, and there's one guy that's like, "Get that ugly bitch out of here." And I'm like, okay, even if you hate her, which I can understand, but like, dude, she looks so good in this picture. Like, how can you even... Like, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Well, that same thing, I thought, Charlotte, I always think looks like $1 million, but did you see, what was it, a couple months ago when she was on that Muscle and Fitness magazine? They, edited the hell out of it. It pissed me off.
Yeah, look at that. First of all, she looks fucking great. And
like $1 million too,
you know? And you can see the comment. The comment says, retire already, you ugly whore. So I made it... But dude, seriously, she looks fucking way good right there.
The guy's probably mad that she doesn't look like 5 fingers in a fist. That's a masturbation joke for those of you who aren't, keeping up on us.
Oh, God. But anyway, yeah, I don't... Dude, Charlotte, she's so fucking hot. And Bayley, whoo... All right.
Bayley, I watched a video, actually. I thought about talking about it. She is such a fucking nerd, which I think makes her even hotter.
It's better. It's good for a character.
She was rapping the John Cena theme songs, rapping the Tyler Breeze theme song.
Okay, at least she went on with other ones because if it was just the John Cena one, I would have really had to reconsider stalking her.
Maybe next week I'll have to find the video. We'll pull it up for a freestyle, but you'll like it. I think it's pretty good. So, anyways, back to the Bayley versus Charlotte match.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Standard match for these two, really.
Yeah.
Good spots all over the place. Mm-hmm. What would it be without a fucking botch, though? Did you see the botch where she fucking jumped through the post and or she went to jump through the post? It was like, okay, I'll just push myself through now. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I thought the Dana Brooke taking notes was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Although Hulu cut off why she was taking notes.
Really?
So it kind of threw me for a loop for a little bit. But then I guess they talked about it backstage. Charlotte yelled at her and said, "You need to take notes."
Yeah. I'm going to show you how it's done.
Through the commentary, but Hulu luckily saved me.
Yeah, I forgot that she was out there. So she is out there. So Charlotte, was it Charlotte that starts whooping her ass on her leg, right?
Yeah.
And so they start working a leg injury. They kind of start going through that the whole time. Dana Brooke starts getting involved, though. And then Charlotte tries to capitalize And what happens?
Bailey gets the win, man.
What's that move called? Is it the Bailey to belly?
Yeah,
or is it
Bailey to belly, which I think is hilariously stupid.
I mean,
it reminds me of the old ECW when they were like Tazplex, belly to belly Tazplex.
Oh yeah, the Taz.
Overhead
Holy shit,
Tazplex.
I forgot about the Tazplex. Oh my god. Yeah, so Bailey hit that, and she wins clean.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's going to lead to some heat between Charlotte and Dana. So
what's going to happen?
Either way, so Boner still just knocking into the roof here. Then in this, all right, this next match confused me, and I don't think you have this one. But fucking Bo Dallas is back, and if you remember last week we talked about him. I don't know. Did we talk
drunk,
about him?
Right? Yeah.
I don't remember if we talked about him in the free zone or not. But yeah, he got hammered on a plane, and he got thrown out. And now all of a sudden he came in, and he was holding up like a political sign that said like Bo Leave and Bo, which he's not doing his Bo Leave thing anymore. But he's still carrying the fucking sign around. And this dude comes out and he is fighting like a jobber, like it's a fucking Bo Dallas squash match, and he beats.
Wait! I cannot believe you actually said those words together in a sentence.
It's fucking weird,
without even smiling,
dude. It's so weird because he beat the shit out of the dude. It was like, I know you didn't see it.
I wait,
did you watch it online?
I watched a little bit of it online, dude, where he hit the new finisher he has.
He throttled the guy. Like, it's Bo. Okay, first of all, it's Bo fucking Dallas.
He was an NXT champion.
It doesn't matter.
Like, not the first one.
He's not, okay. He beat this dude like it was like Braun and the fucking midget. You know what I mean?
God damn.
You mentioned Doink the Clown earlier. I don't know if it was on this one or the one that we deleted. But you mentioned Doink. It's like Brock Lesnar fought Dink. Do you remember Dink? Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. That's what happened.
Oh, god damn.
And he whooped the shit out of that dude. So I don't know where that's fucking going. Because, I mean...
So who won? No.
Yeah, it's the jobber. So... Yeah, don't know what the fuck's happened there. You know what's going on there.
I saw some shit online, sorry about this, that really irritated the hell out of me. Because everybody knows, like, who he's related to, you know?
Yeah.
And they're all, his finisher looks oddly like Sister Abigail. Is WWE finally going to admit that they're brothers?
I'm going to smash this mic through the fucking desk.
I just hate that. People who think they're, like, Sherlock Holming's WWE. I'm like, everybody gets it. Like, it's just, I don't know. To me, it looked more like the Crossroads than any Sister Abigail. But...
You know, we've talked about, and this is kind of derailing for a second, but we've talked about having like a guest or something on, you know, someone else to talk with us every once in a while. What if, here's what I want to do. I just got this idea because of what you were saying. I don't know how we're going to go about doing it. They're probably going to have to be like 12 years old. But I want to find someone who completely believes that everything's real. You know what I mean? And I want to talk to them. I want to have a podcast all in kayfabe. And I want to talk to this person who. But here's the thing: like, it can't be like a person who's just like following the, like he knows it's fake. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But he's like playing along. Like, I legit want it to be me when WrestleMania 14 happened and Shawn lost clean to Stone Cold, and I fucking threw such a fit, and I stopped watching wrestling for years.
You're an evil genius.
I want to have this. We're gonna make this happen.
So if you guys know anybody, put it in the comments below.
Yeah, if any of you know someone who legitimately believes in all of this shit, like I want to have them in as a guest. You're more than welcome to be in here and hang out and watch everything go down.
We will even buy you Taco Bell dinner if you send
Calvin will buy you Taco Bell dinner is what's going to happen there. So yeah, if you know anyone, but I'm for sure working on that now. Hopefully within the next 5. I'm going to give it 5 weeks to find someone. But I really want that. So I'd really love to hear someone who... It'd have to be a kid, you know what I mean? So I'd love to get like
we're gonna ruin a kid.
No. We'll go along with it. Like we'll totally, and then like we'll get him out of here, and then in the free zone or whatever, we can talk about it and be like, oh my god, you know. So that's all right. So you guys just heard a great plan that's gonna. I'm gonna make that happen. We're gonna find someone. If you know someone,
it's up
bring
to you
someone
guys to help us.
Yeah. So if we've, yeah, whatever. Okay, so Jericho versus Rollins.
Wait. Before that, could we just mention the goddamn Connor the Crusher video they show? I'm just saying, every time I watch
here's where we're gonna really go down some different roads here. So let's say how many people I really piss off here.
All right.
So what do you got to say about this?
I just have to say, goddamn, I am a 31-year-old man every time I bawl like a baby. Woman, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't mean that, all right? Anyways, bawl like a baby every time. It gets me. I don't know what it is. If it's a wrestling, if it's a kid with cancer, it just gets me every time. Maybe it's because we were at the WrestleMania that he was at. Cheap plug. Anyways, cry like a baby every time.
So, here's where I'm at. I don't give a fuck about anything about that kid. I don't give a fuck that... Okay, look.
Are you telling me, though, you watched that video with a dry eye?
Oh, I don't give a shit at all. It does not... Okay, here's the thing. I'm cold. No, I don't know. Okay, I wish I would have had this shit pulled up because I completely forgot this happened. There was a really good point that I read online, and I felt the exact same way when it happened. But it was this dude who was just like, no, this is bullshit. He's like, I understand what they're doing is great. And but he's like, I don't understand what they're doing with Connor. Like, is he supposed to be like the representative of everything? Like, why did he get everything? There's like 1,000 kids that love WWE. You know, why is this kid so special? Doesn't, you know, and I can understand if they're making him like the face of it and like Connor's cure is for all of that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's totally fine. But it's just like, I get it. Like, I understand that's what you guys are about, but that should just get back to the wrestling. I want to watch fat asses and fucking dudes kick each other in the face. It, like, here's the thing, like, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't make me sad. I don't fucking give a shit about it. And it's not like I want to block out that reality or something.
Yeah.
It just, I can't stand that shit. Like,
man,
look, you're dead, leave me the fuck alone, all right?
It gets me. I'm telling you, there are like, I don't cry often, all right, but there are like 3 things that make me cry.
Here's the other thing. Okay, hold on. All right, I want to, let me say this first, and then I want to hear what the 3 things are that make you cry. Here's why I think where most of my distaste for this kid comes from. His favorite wrestler, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck
All right, when you're 8,
out.
though, you watch people who are faces, and you cheer for the faces. You don't watch for talent. You watch what the WWE wants you to watch.
Obviously, you don't watch for talent when you're 8. I mean, Jesus. That's the other thing, too, man. I don't understand that this is in my notes for SmackDown or whatever when people were praising him, but I'm going to say it now. I don't get why people go nuts with Daniel Bryan, because he's Dean Ambrose. He's fucking so goddamn stale. Mm-hmm. You know, like Dean Ambrose does the fucking dumb leg thing where he bounces through the ropes and comes back. Yeah. Daniel Bryan did the run into the turnbuckle and backflip every fucking match. Fuck
like
Daniel
that
Bryan.
Indie darling, you know, that everyone's like, he worked so hard to get where he is, which I do. I respect people who work hard to get where they are, but I totally see where you're coming. He stale and just, I don't know.
So 3 things that make you cry. Go.
All right, we're gonna say, can I add 4 actually?
Oh my God.
All right, I'm gonna say Connor the Crusher video. Any Eddie Guerrero tribute video.
Okay.
Selena the movie. Goddamn Ball Like a Baby. And anytime Green Day puts out an album.
Oh.
Fucking hate Green Day.
Selena, goddamn. What? Okay, so that's the singer.
Yeah, fucking
Was
Yolanda.
she murdered or
by Yolanda motherfucking? Oh, I don't even go. Don't even get me into it.
Uh-oh. Okay, Jesus
Yolanda like
Christ.
Salazar or something. I'm not sure how to
So
say
another
her name.
woman?
Yeah,
killed her.
It was a lady running her fan club. Shot her over some money. I don't want to get into it. All right, I listened to that song.
I'm trying to make Calvin cry.
All the world. Just
we're gonna get fucking hit on you. They're gonna take us down. Fucking
sorry.
copyright strike. Jesus. All right.
Far into the night when Earth is not awake.
Anyway, Jericho versus Rollins. Now that we're away from all the bullshit. So it starts off with a backstage segment. Jericho comes up to Owens and he's telling Owens essentially he's going to beat up Rollins because, you know, we're best friends.
Which Hulu luckily saved me from that as well.
Yeah. And then
not that Hulu's a sponsor.
I thought it was hilarious that Owens was like, I got this suit, it's $750, and right away just Jericho, like, he's like, and it looks every penny.
God damn it, Hulu, why'd you know?
Oh God. Okay, so anyway, this is weird. And so did you get to see this match or no?
Yeah, I did actually.
Okay, I don't know if you noticed this shit. Now, I didn't catch this until later when I was online browsing. Right. I saw one of these and I didn't understand what it was because I only caught like a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
When Seth Rollins came out, there was other shit flashing on the Titantron when he came out. And see, I saw Slaughter and I was like, what the fuck? And then, but it went away like super quick. And then later online, over his Titantron, it was on top of his shit, so it's still like the black and like the Target logo that he has, but it said Floyd Money Mayweather, and then it flashed Sergeant Slaughter. So I don't know what the fuck happened there.
That's a match I'd want to see.
Yeah. So anyway, so he comes out. Jericho comes out. Match gets going. What happens right away? What happens?
Hold on. I have this in my count, actually. Dives out.
Yeah.
Suicide
dive, #1 of the night. If you've listened to the past two, we've bitched about this every time. First one of the night. That means there's more coming.
I think I want to put on our Facebook page, which you guys can follow, our suicide dive count for the month, all right?
Oh, God, dude.
We're going to make a game. Every time there's a suicide dive, you do a shot, okay?
People will die. That's what's going to happen. So anyway, good match, good spots. Towards the end there, I don't know if there's anything you want to talk about before the ending.
No, I guess kind of thought Rollins looked a little more aggressive in the match, which I kind of
Oh, yeah, he's trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
You know? But Jericho hit a fucking beautiful lion salt. Like, goddamn, dude. Like,
that guy is like, what, pushing 50 almost?
I don't think he's pushing 50. Let me see here. Let's see how old he is.
But I think the guy still can wrestle like better than half of the new younger guys we have going in.
He's definitely the best.
He's almost good enough that I'd have him on our podcast.
He is. Yeah, I mean, I'd consider having him. He is 45 years old.
So
he'll be 46 in November.
All right, so late mid 40s.
Yeah, but
still,
he's way better than most. So yeah. So anyway, beautiful lion salt. And then, match kind of continues. Couple reversals into a pedigree.
I thought the pedigree, I loved how it was with a purpose I put on here. So pedigree was a message.
Oh, yeah. No, he was definitely sending that shit out to Triple H. Be like, yeah, I'm fucking you bitch now.
I thought the same
According
thing.
to Calvin.
So. It's going to happen, all right? Just take it. Take it right now. It's true.
All right.
Truer than the Bible itself.
Did you get, I can't remember. Did you get this Cesaro and Sheamus?
Sheamus.
God damn it. All right.
3-0, right?
Well, and there's a couple things about that. So, what the fuck? Oh, train yard. I was like, is that fucking Thunder? I wonder if that picked it up. We'll have to see later. The first thing about this though is I fucking hate Cesaro's theme. Like, do you remember before they revamped it? It was fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then they added that annoying fucking siren into it. Like,
is he still
Jesus.
doing the, what is it, coming out in the suit thing?
Yeah, and like rips everything off. Yeah,
Superman style. I think it's funny.
I hate it because it's just like, it's like, okay, that's a cool kind of theme. Then it's just, and you're just like, dude, fuck that.
I think they should do a cheap knockoff of the James Bond theme. Like.
Speaking of themes, since we were just on it, we were just talking about Rollins a minute ago. There was a clip that was posted online. Did you see this? There was a clip that was posted online. It was like a 30-second clip of like new music for Rollins.
Yeah.
And it was like the same start, but then it went into another thing. And everyone's like, oh shit, Rollins is getting new music. And I was like, this fucking sucks. Like, because it goes into like a verse. And it turns out it's some shitty little band that's just doing a cover of it. And somehow it got like a shitload of traction. So now some band that fucking blows just got a shitload of attention because they're doing.
I think you should get Beastwood to do his
There
music.
you go. Yeah, well, fucking if only. So anyway, yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus, hate fucking Cesaro's theme. The sirens are the worst shit ever. Basically, this match was nothing. It's okay. Sheamus is a piece of garbage.
He did have some pretty cool moves this match.
The
though.
whole
I'm gonna
match,
give it to him.
he was trying to be Brock Lesnar and hit like 1,000 backbreakers. That's his version of the fucking suplex, apparently.
The Celtic Cross into a backbreaker was pretty freaking cool. Or Razor's Edge, for those of you who watched it back in the day.
Here's the thing, dude. He should be nowhere near that move.
So I had to bring it up just because I know it was going to irritate him.
I'm going to fucking kill him. So my notes are Sheamus hits 1,000 backbreakers. We already called the 3-0 lead. Wonder if Cesaro will come back. That's it for me.
Yeah, that's all I had was a Celtic Cross into a backbreaker. Was kind of cool.
Cesaro loses. However, there was a live event.
Who won that match?
Cesaro.
How did we know?
Yeah, crazy. So Cesaro, it's now 3-1, and it happened at a fucking WWE live event.
London.
Yeah, so there's that. Don't give a fuck about Sheamus. Don't talk to me about him. Leave me alone. Shining Stars.
I personally put that as Superstar of the Night. I'm just playing. I'm sorry.
Fucking, I'm so over it.
If we had our other thing, he'd be muting my mic right now.
Yeah. So Shining Stars versus Enzo and Cass.
Fuck this match.
Why?
I mean, it had a couple good things from Enzo,
before
it, which
let's talk about that first, and then we'll go into why you hate it. So the promo was
Enzo is a genius on the mic. Like the guy is just. I don't even know. Like I can't put in the words
how did he
amazing
start that? I don't remember how it started.
He just does this thing that he does, all the time. The whole Enzo Amore. Then he's like,
yeah.
Got a cup of haters. Cup of hate. I love his face. How he stops it too. Like he knows he's fucking funny as hell. And then he's like, you guys care of being a cup of haters? Which I can't do it. I'm very sorry that you guys had to hear that. All right. Oh, he just.
So how did he start? Okay, so he ends up on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that start? I don't remember.
Oh, shit. How did that start?
Because I know what happened, and okay. So here's how we'll explain it. He's going off. He's having a killer fucking rant as usual.
Does he ever not have a killer rant?
Yeah, and then somehow he gets on the ground. And Cass is like, oh my God, you need to breathe.
Oh, he was having a baby.
Yeah, and so he fucking, Enzo gives birth in the ring, and he's like holding the baby and fucking like talking to it. And then he goes out and hands the baby to some lady in the crowd.
I wish I remember so uncomfortable.
Dude, so ridiculous. So that was hilarious. So the match starts with the fucking bullshit Shining Stars. And then you were going to bitch about something.
I just hate that the Shining Stars won. I'm going to go ahead and ruin the whole fucking shit we have going down.
Well, you skipped the most important thing of this match, though. That was loud.
Oh, number 2.
Yeah, suicide dive number 2. So, basically the way it wraps up is Enzo hits a crossbody on the wrong man, right? And he gets rolled up by the other one and gets pinned. So that sucks. I mean, here's the thing. Like, why are you fucking... I think it was a couple weeks ago where I said I was glad that Enzo and Cass lost the match. I think it might have been for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I said I'm glad they lost the match because it still keeps them popular. But not going over like
the Shining Stars.
Yeah, like how does that help anybody? The Shining Stars are fucking dog shit.
They are awful. Like no one in the crowd was going for them. It made me laugh. I actually have in my notes right here. I can't remember which one of the announcers said it, but they're the real deal. I'm like, nobody likes them. They're not the real deal. They're like the real pieces of shit. You guys keep these guys around and fire somebody like Damian Sandow.
Didn't you? Yeah, no shit. That really sucks, man. My favorite thing of Damian Sandow. Holy shit, dude. I mean, when that was one thing though. Like when he was with the Miz, that shit was fucking hilarious because the Miz would be fighting. And Damian would be outside doing the same moves. And if the Miz would get knocked down, he'd fucking fall. Oh my God. But that's not my favorite. My favorite thing ever was when he was by himself and he was still doing the gimmicks. And I think I told you this. They had a lumberjack match. And a fucking lumberjack match is where it's essentially set up to where like if one guy is avoiding another guy, kind of like what the Miz and Ziggler are doing now. But you have a lumberjack match, so if one guy tries to get away, you have all these, he always leaves the ring or whatever. These guys are out there to fucking throw him back in and be like, deal with the match, like get in there. And I don't remember who was fighting, but it was a lumberjack match, and all these other guys are out there like Ryback and RVD, and all these guys are out there. And fucking Damian Sandow is dressed as a lumberjack, like looking confused as fuck. Like, what are we doing? Dude, he had on a flannel and the goddamn hat.
See,
Holy
the guy
shit,
ruled everything he did, and they let him go and keep these guys.
I know, it's such bullshit.
I'm by no means like a WWE creative genius, but I just honestly do not see what they are doing with these guys or why they keep them around.
Well, that leads into the next thing because I feel the exact same way. Nia Jax versus another jobber. Now, you didn't see this, right? Did you see this at all?
No, Hulu saved me, and I didn't even bother looking it up.
Well, here's the thing.
What the hell? Like, am I going to miss with Nia Jax? She does have a sweet booty.
Is this? Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. Like, the lady... I don't know why I said lady. That's weird. The ma'am, anyway, the
girl... Don't say diva, though. Don't say diva.
No shit. The girl that Braun was fighting, the female Braun, the girl that she was fighting was called her name was like Ann Esposito or something like that. Pretty goddamn hot, man. And I guess
better than Nia?
Dude, Nia? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
Sorry, I'll go off on a rant. Nia or Brock?
I'd rather do Brock. Have you seen Brock with a beard? That dude looks way good. Come on, man.
Down his pants. It's Chicken Neck City.
There you go. All right. Anyway, Ann Esposito, hot as shit. And I wrote, gee, wonder what happens. So, of course. But Ann, I don't know who she is. Obviously, she's just a jobber. She gets a couple good hits on her, kind of stumbles her and shit like that. But she has this. Before that, she's one of those girls that whenever she gets kicked or hit or she does a move, she screams. So it sounds like a fucking tennis match. So it's like, ah! Ah! Oh,
I wish we were recording this so you guys could see what he was doing.
That's all it was the whole time. But then Nia hit this weird, like, it almost looked like a botch, but she hit this weird, like, botchy kind of, like, it's like Anne was like 3 seconds ahead of her in the fall kind of a thing. It was weird. So she hits that, and of course she wins. But there'll be more about this match later because there was another segment about it. It wouldn't make sense for Hulu to show that, so I doubt you saw it. So that goes into. Did you see the Anderson segment?
Yeah, I had right after that. It was a backstage segment with Sami Zayn, which all I have for that is what the hell is up with his hat.
Yeah. I fast forwarded through that.
So
the Luke Gallows and what's his name?
Carl Anderson.
Carl Anderson. Okay, yeah. So Gallows and Anderson come out. Now,
are they not the club anymore?
I think just because AJ's gone, and I think they were going to bring the shit back with Finn.
Yeah,
and since Finn's out and AJ's over on SmackDown, I think they're waiting. So this is where Raw fucking started fucking up. Okay, when this started, and no shit, it's the New Day's fault. Like this is where it went downhill. So
New Day or the old day?
New Day. So when they came out, Gallows and Anderson come out and they're talking about the old day, like they go to the future, right, or something like that, and they bring out the New Day, which are called the old day, and they're all fucking got super long like gray hair and beards, and Big E's on and it's not actually Big E, it's other guys playing him, but Big E's like on a scooter
with his little gut hanging out.
Yeah, and then fucking what's the other guy's name? It's Kofi and Xavier.
Xavier.
And he has this like real tiny little fucking trumpet, and they're all like walkers. Yeah,
they had penis jokes galore, which cracked me up.
So they're like slowly walking down the fucking ramp, and then my favorite part of this whole thing was the Big E character. He just kept going and slammed into the stairs with his scooter, and so they got him into the ring, and so it was kind of funny. But then when these guys started talking, that's where you can tell like the segment. Just didn't have it, and it just dropped off from there.
That's where it lost you, huh?
And then New Day came out, and oh my god, they went on for fucking ever. It was so goddamn bad, dude. I couldn't fucking stand it, man. Like, I finished the actual segment with the old day, but once like New Day was in the ring talking, I couldn't finish it.
It did have one of my favorite lines of the night, though, or two of my favorite lines of the night. You know, Kofi was like, "If we touch the chips."
Oh, yeah.
Just the fingers. Anyway, we were talking about that. I just, like I said, penis jokes, because apparently I'm 13, make me laugh. But then Corey Graves, like one of the best lines ever, is when the New Day was beating up the old day.
Uh-huh.
And he's all, "This is elderly abuse, and this is a serious problem." Like, it just made me think of those like billboards on the side when it's like the grandma's all bruised up. They're like, "Would you do this to your grandma?" Like,
yeah, she burnt the chicken nuggets. Of course I would.
Elderly abuse makes me laugh.
Oh, God.
There goes my run for president there.
Dude.
And a soundbite.
It was so bad. That's where, and like I said earlier, Lita tweeted, a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is going on with Raw?" Because after this, it was so terrible.
Yeah.
Like the matches fucking sucked, and then, dude.
The Sasha Banks part, I guess, pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, we're not to that yet, so thanks for jumping ahead.
Sorry, that was my next note. We really should have compared, guys. Remember, we're professionals here.
So Jinder Mahal and who's the Backlund guy?
Oh,
what's his name? He's gay, right?
Yeah, I can't think of what his name is now, right offhand. It's escaped me for some reason. He's part of the Primetime Players.
Black guy.
Black John Cena, we'll say for the.
Yeah. So anyway,
that joke, all right. I'm not being racist.
Those guys have a match. I wrote, "Who cares?" So then there was a backstage segment with Alicia Fox and Nia Jax. So Alicia Fox is back, which is great because fucking she is so goddamn hot. And
she had like one of the best scissor kicks, I think, in the business.
Too. Yeah, she's fucking, and that's the thing too, is like she's one of the ones from the quote like the diva era. Yeah, that was good.
Actually, she could put on a match.
So anyway, so she comes back. Oh, and earlier she tweeted out like a picture on Instagram. She's like, "My girl Ann is going up against Nia," so that's like her friend.
Oh.
And so Nia just Alicia comes out and she like kind of confronts Nia, and they're kind of going back and forth. And Alicia just fucking goes nuts and starts like throwing shit.
So and this is where the Nia is gonna go, huh?
Well, yeah. So there you go. So it kind of has. So now she's gonna face someone of like good, like
she held the title, I think, once too, right?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe not if she did. That
butterfly
sucks.
fucking title.
Yeah. But here's where it got funny though is she's like there's like a craft table behind him, so she's like freaking out, like throwing shit, and she turns around and she throws this box and it just fucking blasts off Naya's face. Like you can tell it's totally unscripted. Like it's fucking boom, and you can tell they're both like, oh shit, because for a second Alicia's like, oh, and they're like, oh fuck, keep going with it, and then she just pushes her into the table and walks off. But yeah, it was so goddamn funny. She got blasted in the face with that box, totally not on purpose. When you watch it, you can see it's one of those things where like if you fucked that up. Yeah, so it was fucking great. So anyway, so that's kind of where that's gonna go. Alicia Fox, goddamn dude, I forgot about her. I hope she comes back, and because a lot of people were in her last kind of run were comparing her to Stone Cold, because she was going nuts and like fucking with the fans and like dumping their pop on them and knocking popcorn all over the place and screaming at the announcers and fucking with JBL's hat and shit and just being an asshole and just beating the shit out of everybody. So actually someone took her Titantron and put it to Stone Cold's music, and it was pretty fucking cool. And she's like, but it was like her and the fucking camera like screaming and shit, like knocking shit out of the way. It was pretty awesome. So I hope that kind of comes back and keeps going. But yeah, like you said, at least we kind of know where we're going now. Yeah. With that whole thing. So then the next match, we can't get to the fucking Sasha thing yet. We had a Braun versus Sin Cara. So they both, well, not no that they didn't yet, but so Braun had like a legitimate guy this time. Well, legitimate. It was like the fourth Sin Cara. But I wrote at least this match makes sense because of the Lucha Mask shit from last time. Yeah. And he kind of goes at him a little bit, kind of the same thing with the Nia Jax one. She kind of gets her ass whooped. He's getting beat up a little bit. And then finally he catches him and fucks him up. And then he wins by count out because he threw him out of the ring and shit like that. So he lost, or Braun won. He got his ass whooped. Another squash match, nothing to fucking report. But he was starting to get beat a little bit. So now you can obviously see they're going to keep going up. He's going to start beating more and more talent. And then it's eventually going to be, oh my God, how's he going to get out of this one? Shut up. Okay, fucking book better. So now, the Sasha segment.
Oh, now we're here. All right.
So they started saying shit like they were putting out tweets like Sasha Sasha has bad news. She's coming out to make an announcement tonight. So everyone's like, oh shit, she's retiring or she's going to be out for a couple years. Like my friend sent me a message about it and he's like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. And I said, well, she's probably going to have like back surgery is not fucking never not a big deal. But I was like, it's probably going to be like major back surgery. She's probably out for like years, and okay. So here's what happens. Fucking what?
We could talk about it in the free, I think, right? I sent you that link about Sasha.
No, we can talk about it here too. So she comes out and she's like making this long fucking thing, and oh my God, actually, you know what? I might have to fucking. Oh God damn it! So unprofessional. Hold on, I gotta see where I have this shit. Oh God! Oh no! I might have to stop the recording. Holy shit! Hold on a second. I might have fucked up really bad. Oh damn it! All right, we'll be right back. All right. Very sorry about that. We just spent 10 minutes going through articles and shit because for a free zone we usually have a bunch of shit up lined up to talk about, and I completely forgot to print it because I was looking for videos and stuff because usually we play a video to end the podcast, and I couldn't find any fucking videos, so I left it open and my computer was having problems today, and so I restarted it. Completely forgot to save all of my shit. So I had to go back because I had some notes in it about the Sasha match that we were just talking about. So let's go back here, grab my fucking Raw notes. Jesus. All right, what were we just...
Sasha's bad news promo.
So you get to hear about this twice because I don't remember where we left off. So Sasha, they're saying that she has bad news. She's going to make an announcement in the ring. She comes out and she just starts talking. Are we going to get murdered again? Is there more murdering coming on? Dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on with all those weird noises lately. I feel like someone's gonna fucking kick in the door. Hey, knock that shit off.
Right.
Nothing?
It was the ghost of Biggie Smalls.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell him I said hi. You were great. All right. So Sasha comes out. Jesus fucking Christ. Sasha comes out. She's like kind of pouting and like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You know, making it seem like this is like a big, like huge ordeal.
Yeah.
And she's talking about, you know, final chapters and how this is over and, you know, didn't want it to go this way. And then fucking, she's going on for fucking ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking Dana Brooke comes out. And Dana Brooke's like, she's just, do you remember what she said? What she was going on?
Something like, I've got bad news for you. Or
Yeah.
like, you know,
So Dana Brooke comes out.
She's looking like $1 million too. I love
Yeah,
that.
she comes out and starts talking shit to Sasha and tells her to fuck off, essentially, and gets in the ring with her. And she goes after her, and Sasha hits the bank statement, right? Or is that
Which
the
I really
backbreaker
think
thing?
She needs, the backbreaker into her submission.
Yeah, into her submission. What's the
really
submission called?
It's all like the bank statement. I think
Oh,
is
is the
one
whole
yeah.
thing? I don't know.
She needs to like, you know, come up with a new name.
So she hits it, taps her immediately, kicks her out of the ring. Mm-hmm. She's like, the bad news that I have to deliver is I'm taking the title from Charlotte, and like drops the mic and like leaves. That's like, all right, here's where I have a problem. Okay, and there's a thing too where like everyone is like super pissed off.
Yeah,
with her doing
a lot of
this.
heat backstage.
Yeah, because the thing is like that shit should be reserved for people like Edge and Bryan. You know, where that shit, like Daniel Bryan, where, you know, they come out and it is a serious thing. Like, I know Mark Henry did it, and I think Batista did it a long time ago, and those two are fake.
Yeah.
You know, but at least Batista was going to be gone for like 2 years, or he was out with an injury and had a fucking cast and shit like that. So it worked. But, you know, like, this is kind of bullshit, so I guess she got a ton of heat for it, and now they're trying to push it off onto creative, saying that they wrote the whole thing. You know, which, yeah, kind of, but at the same time, it's like, at least fight, like, don't do that. No. I don't agree with that. But yeah, her shit was way too long. And here's the thing, like, this is some of the shit that I was trying to get pulled up. This is a comment that I completely agree with all these. So the first comment, let me know what you think, by the way.
I haven't heard these yet. This will be great,
This
guys.
comment, it says, the worst part of the promo was that with the benefit of hindsight, a lot of it didn't make any actual sense within the context of the point she was trying to make. She talks about every story has a final chapter, for example, but what does that even have to do with challenging Charlotte for a rematch? You know, like, you're talking about a final chapter, and then this other guy says, like, this is like a direct comment to that. He said, they wanted to do a swerve for the sake of doing a swerve, but they didn't bother to make sure it made any sense. Then he said, for instance, why is the babyface lying and manipulating the audience to begin with? So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't even think about it like that.
And this is under the thing
blown.
The thing of her getting a lot of heat backstage or whatever for this shit. And then you know, so there were those two comments, and then my favorite comment of the whole thing was, well, good, it was stupid.
So eloquently put, my friend. Who did that? That person is a scholar.
I can get his name later, but I'm not gonna fuck him. He doesn't listen to this. If he listens to this, you know, then I'll give you some credit, but you're not, so fuck you. I'll message him. Hey, we talked about you.
It kind of sucks too, because there was a lot of the stuff in their speech that I thought was pretty cool. How she talked about like them getting rid of the shitty butterfly title, and
yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
all good. But she just kept going on and on and on about like, oh, here's everything we did, and let me talk 20 more minutes about everything we did, and then I came through this, and then here's everything. All right, I get it. I get it.
You were like, get that ugly bitch off the TV.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, and the fucking bra and panties matches are over. And it's like, well, that sucks, you know.
Do you really want to see that ugly bitch in a bra and panties?
Yeah, no, I guess. I guess. Oh. Yeah, gross. Yeah, so I don't know. That was kind of dumb. I didn't like that one.
I just want to say I thought it was funny. You know, she was. Before they talked about Snoop Dogg being related to her, all right? So I just thought it was kind of funny. She was like, I used to have to get up every morning, collect cans with my mom to come watch WWE, you know, and now I'm here living the dream. And all I thought the whole time was, what the fuck, Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, can't help out your cousin?
You're all back there, you know, rapping and shit in the 90s. You couldn't have given her, like, you know, $20 to go get a ticket?
That dude was so goddamn rich. He was fucking 19 when he released Doggy Style. He was 19.
And apparently not giving a shit about his family.
Yeah. Well, fuck, I wouldn't either. I'd be 19. I'd be like, fuck.
He's like, if you ain't death row, Were they on Death Row Records?
Yeah, Death Row for a while. Fucking Suge Knight, that dude's fucking crazy. All right, I won't get into that. So after that dumbass segment, which took about as long as it did for us to fucking explain it twice, that's my fault.
If you guys are still here, thank you.
Owens versus Zayn.
God damn it. I'm just going to go ahead and, skip forward match of the night. Like, those two know each other so well. Like, I mean, I can't even.
Yeah, but could they have predicted another suicide dive?
What was that number?
That's number 3. 3. That's a fucking suicide dive an hour. Okay. So goddamn stupid. But they do have good matches. These guys came up in NXT, and they're best friends, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then once that turned, oh man, I remember that one. He had that fucking power bomb on the apron. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, that shit was awesome.
And I know I'm gonna sound like one of those hipsters and stuff, but some of their matches, like in the indie leagues and stuff, were crazy.
I haven't seen those. I've only seen their NXT
he had
shit.
like 2 ladders set up, then he had kind of one set up so it was like a table.
Yeah.
And he did a package pile driver off the top of the ladder through the other ladders. Like,
that's
some
awesome.
of the shit is insane. I'm like, good God.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that shit, because if you remember when we were watching all the NXT shit, or when we were in that line, I was just like, fuck, I have no idea, dude. I literally just got back into wrestling.
This was before they were
in
WWE.
So I missed all that. Dude, like I said earlier, I just stopped watching I missed so much shit. I mean, I would peek in every now and again, and I would follow specific people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, so he won that match, or I'd look up matches online. But as far as like directly following the whole brand, didn't do it.
Yeah.
So anyway...
I think, these two have just such great chemistry, and I'd really love to see them put on like a WrestleMania title match. Their matches right now already are worthy of WrestleMania, but like with a title on the line, it would just give it, that much.
Yeah, I think if they had enough time to kind of work something out, they could make a fucking crazy match. Yeah, those dudes are fucking it's so ridiculous. But yeah, so they kind of start working the bad ankle thing again, because who was he fighting last week that started
Jericho, was it, or no?
Fuck,
it wasn't Jericho.
Know. So, well, that
go back and listen to our last week.
Let us know who it was. So someone he was fighting somebody, and someone fucked with his ankle, or he rolled it, or I don't fucking know. I don't give a shit anymore. So, anyway,
professionals, remember, professionals.
Owens hits a super kick, and then he goes into a power bomb, and he wins. And then look at this. Guess who comes out? Roman Reigns, looking strong.
Oh, that's what I put, actually. Roman Reigns walks out like a badass.
It's just...
I'm a bad man.
They don't listen. Like, no one fucking likes Roman at all.
What happened to him with the...
Rusev?
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of reading on that today, so I guess kind of what happened is Rusev is gone for a month because him and Lana are on a fucking honeymoon. So
a month-long honeymoon.
Yeah, so they just squashed the entire fucking storyline.
That was a really good
feud. Because Rusev's out fucking around. He gets to bang fucking hot-ass Lana.
They could have him like Roman Reigns beating up people going, Rusev, you little bitch, come back,
Yeah,
easily could have worked that into the
you're not here to defend your title, give me the fucking strip him, shit like that. Yeah, no, they're not doing anything like that. They're throwing him back into the main title picture. But so anyway, he's coming back. Jericho, here's what we'll do. So Roman Reigns comes out, then Jericho comes out, right?
Yeah.
What happens with that?
They get into a little bit of a scuffle. Yes. Jericho gets speared.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
I was trying to call a Superman punch, but I was wrong.
So Foley comes out, and he's like, he does a typical Foley. Like, this is what's hilarious about Foley is he does the same thing now. It's always like, I can see that you two have a problem, so you're going to have a match 2 weeks from now. It's like, all right, dude, stop. And like all the crowd, like, it's hilarious because he'll be like, you guys are gonna have a match, and everyone's like, woo! And it's like, in 3 months, and they're like,
in 10 years.
Yeah. So he comes out and he announces that he's gonna have Reigns and Owens fight next week. And if Reigns can beat Owens, he's going to get put into the Rollins and Owens match.
Make it a triple threat.
At Clash of the Champions. But I did read that there are no current plans of having him beat Owens next week. So I really hope that goes through because I'm fucking tired of it. God damn it.
I found myself actually getting behind him when he was like in the mid-card title picture.
Yeah.
He's not like face material,
No, he's a piece of shit.
Like Owens, I'm, gonna be one of those special people. He deserves it. Like, he needs to be in the title picture. Seth Rollins, obviously.
talked to my cousin today, and he said he listened to the podcast, and he was just going off. He's like, "Yeah, man, I wouldn't mind getting on there and talking some shit with you guys." Like, but man, I'd have to go against you guys. Like, fuck Kevin Owens. And I was just like, fuck you, get out of here.
You're off the podcast forever.
Yeah, we're not related.
All right.
So overview. Mine is the last hour sucked.
Mine was thank you Hulu.
Yeah. What was your best match?
I'm gonna give it to Kevin Owens and Zayn.
See, I went with Jericho and Rollins because that was a good match. It was a really good match. And then your best wrestler?
I'm gonna have to go. Who did I have it for? Oh, I can't say it actually.
Why?
Because
tell me why you can't say it first.
He looks stupid.
Who looks stupid?
He does.
Okay.
Sheamus.
Oh my god, that's your best wrestler.
I'm gonna have to give it to him.
That's your best wrestler.
He surprised me, so I got to give it to him for the night.
He surprises me that he hasn't. Every morning I wake up and I hear that he's still alive. I'm surprised by him.
Oh, come on. I see. I know. Look at this. Now we have odd silence, and the fans are sitting there going,
"I don't want to talk to you about this." My best wrestler, Chris Jericho, because like we talked about earlier, he's 45 years old and outworking everyone on the fucking card, and he's doing it better than everyone. You're a piece of shit.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to,
My worst match was the Sheamus match because I actually watched it.
My worst match is Shining Stars and Enzo and Cass.
See, I can't give it to him just because of two people. Enzo and Cass still did a good job, though.
They did, but I fucking hate the Shining Stars so much. That's how much I hate the Shining Stars.
Give Sheamus a fuck you. All right. Your worst, or my worst wrestler was Roman Reigns.
My worst is Shining Stars.
Oh,
because they're Shining Stars of the Caribbean.
All right. That's it for Raw coverage. So now we're going to switch over into SmackDown. All right, so SmackDown starts off kind of the way Raw started off the week before, where they have the belts, except they're not all sit because they're doing like a it's the 6-man, the 6-woman tag, or not the tag, but it's just
they call
a 6-woman.
It like a 6-pack challenge.
Yeah, 6-pack challenge. It's just all them. It's like a brawl. And so they kind of started off, except they didn't have the chicks sitting out there. They all came out at once. Yeah. So, oh yeah. So this, I already said the Daniel Bryan thing earlier in my notes. It says Bryan's segment for the women's belt. Then it says, "Don't know why people praise him besides his WrestleMania 30 build," which was that one of the best builds I've ever seen. That really was a fantastic build. And I wrote, "Dude is just as still as Ambrose," which we talked about. He announces he says that they're going to do a 6-woman tag for later, even though they're all going to be fighting each other. Backlash, right?
Yes.
And which is this Sunday, right?
Yeah, which we will not cover, sadly.
I mean, we'll talk about it, but we're not going to go through the whole thing. I'll be like, "Hey, did you watch Backlash? Oh, cool. All right." So anyway, Raw.
We covered it.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should pick like a couple matches and just give like a major overview. Be like, well, here's what happened with the championship matches.
Yeah, maybe just that, or whoever got the belts. And whatnot.
Fuck the rest of that shit. So, my first note for when the ladies were coming out, Becky Lynch is so fucking hot, it's retarded.
Becky Lynch actually had some pretty good, I guess, I don't know, comebacks or whatnot.
Yeah, well, and then I wrote, oh, and here comes Natalya to ruin it. Oh wait, oh my god, that outfit showing her like fucking thing. Oh Jesus. Fucking Christ.
Oh, hold on. That table's a little uneven right now.
Yeah, for me smashing it from Triple H last week. Oh no, boner joke. I get it.
Yes, boner.
I thought you were talking about me fucking hitting it so many times. No.
He popped a Woody.
Damn it.
Remember,
dude,
guys,
I've done that a couple Oh my god, I'm all twisted up down here. What the fuck's going on? Oh, it's
his cords, not his boner.
Yeah. No, we have a test episode, which I don't know if we're ever going to put up like in public, but that's like the second joke I've noticed that I've missed of yours, because on the test episode, there's one.
Apparently, they're not that good of jokes.
What? Dude, this one was, it was like, we were kind of talking about like our backstory of like getting into wrestling. And I was like, all right, who's your all-time favorite wrestler? And I was like, I think I already know, but who is it? And you're like, I bet it's going to come out of nowhere. And I was just like, okay. And I totally just skipped.
That was beautifully crafted too.
Oh my god! I know I should have been like, dude.
We'll have to put it up on our Patreon so people, if you
put that shit down. I probably should do that. No one's ever gonna get that show.
If you guys pay us $100, you can have the test episode.
There you go. Yeah, $100. No, yeah, I fucking, that's the second joke I've missed. But that every time if I listen to the test episode, which isn't often, I think I've listened to it maybe 2 or 3 times. Yeah, dude. It's like, I bet it's gonna come out, and I'm like, okay, because I didn't know what you were saying. I was like, because I thought you were saying like, oh, it's because I completely forgot that that's his thing, and I was like, okay, so he's just it's gonna be some weird wrestler that I wouldn't even. God, I'm a fucking idiot. So anyway, yeah, Natalya and her fucking. Jesus fuck, dude, that shit drives me fucking nuts. So yeah, I mean, dude, she looks great, and like we were talking about last week, she's not like skinny, she's not big, she's like solid muscle.
Yeah,
like she's a fucking big girl, but she's like
scared
built.
to piss her off.
Oh, dude, I want to fuck her so bad. Tyson Kidd, you piece of shit! Fucking stupid haircut. God damn it. Yeah. So I wrote, never mind, I love her again. Bliss, Carmella, Naomi, and Nikki all come out. And then you can kind of tell it's kind of like we were talking about. It's like the segment from Raw last week where they're all kind of starting to get into it. But it started off good with Natalya and Becky.
Yeah.
And then the others came out. And it was just, dude, it just went so downhill with the acting and like how they were doing it. And then like the fighting started. And I was just like,
this is... And of course all the heels get tossed out. Sorry, heels.
Dude, it's such... It was such dog shit. And it's like when you're all in the ring, they can see it's almost... like I said, it's a recreation, but this is just such. They're trying to keep it even, like with like SmackDown and like Raw, like both being their same thing. But this was just such a fucking just on another level of just under Raw. Like this segment was supposed to be the same thing, and they got into a fight, and they were supposed to be the guy. It looked so bad. It was so annoying.
I still I think we said it last time. I don't understand how Nikki and Carmella switched. Like, I don't know how she's a face and, Carmella's a heel now. Like, it just seriously happened like that, it seemed. And they keep talking about, like, what is it, Nikki upstage Carmella or whatever and yada yada. But that still didn't explain why Nikki went face all of a sudden. I don't know. Like, it just, that's one of the little things that probably shouldn't irritate me.
But, I mean, with that said, though, you got to see all of SmackDown, right? You see all of SmackDown?
Yeah.
So, with that said, with this happening, the first match is Becky, Naomi, Nikki, Natalya, Bliss, and Carmella. So that's the first match we're going to talk about.
That's not the first match.
It is the first match.
All right, let's go.
As this match is happening, all I can really think about is how good these girls look.
All right, wait. Let's go back. We're going to go back to the good match.
Yeah. So yeah. Like I said, they had and then they went straight into this match, and it says, "Why is You
missed the whole Wyatt promo.
No. Oh yeah. So there was Renee talking to the Usos. And then, I said she's pretty hot. And then Bray had a super long speech saying the same thing every single time. And I said they need to have him be like The Undertaker, never pop up till right before a fight.
The Miz beat Apollo Crews.
What? What was that?
The Miz beat Apollo Crews.
That's weird because I don't remember seeing anything with The Miz.
I just have to say, if The Miz loses, I will fucking puke. But my dad says puking is for pussies. So I can't do that.
God damn it.
That's not mine. If you guys tell me what movie it is.
I'm trying to skip The Miz match. And
how could you? The Miz is...
I'm going to cut that out.
God damn it!
All right. So The Miz and Apollo Crews
is officially Stupid Idiots Wrestler podcast, of the year.
No.
That made no sense.
That
was like a JBL fumble right there.
I was trying to skip it because I didn't watch it and because The Miz sucks. And I wrote in my notes, I don't care that it's possible, excuse me. I just did the same thing. It says, I don't know that it's possible to care less about this match.
Come on, though. Dolph had some good stuff on the mic, because he was on commentary and everything. So.
Dude, The Miz overshadows everyone with how bad he is. And there was actually a post. It was Eva Marie. He's just flipping me off behind his microphone. There was a picture of Eva Marie, and I can't remember who the other girl is. And The Miz is in the back, like looking at the camera. And it just says, for once, The Miz is actually the most talented person in the photo.
Come on, no. I just want to go. We can talk about,
which I disagree with because I would way rather watch Eva Marie anytime over the
I
Miz.
fucking hate Eva Marie. Anyways, the Miz wins, kicks Apollo Crews' ass, and then like a badass leaves the ring, makes his wife go in and get the title belt. Since Ziggler's in there.
She was looking good this week. Last week she looked retarded. But
I just like that he sent his wife in. He's like, go get the belt.
Oh yeah, no, that was funny, but yeah. So whatever. So anyway, after that, it goes into Renee Young talking to the Usos, which. Fuck, dude, she's so goddamn hot. It's
Can
so
you believe
stupid.
Dean Ambrose is banging that?
He's hitting that?
He's hitting
Are you
that.
fucking serious?
Did I just shatter your... His whole world has come down right now. Yeah, Dean Ambrose is totally...
No, they're not.
No, he probably bounces off
not.
the bed, comes back, and... I'm telling you, it's true. Anyways, though, I think she's gorgeous and everything.
I don't think they're dating.
Dude.
Damn it! WWE's Renee Young confirms she is dating Dean Ambrose. Motherfucker! I quit.
All right, right there. If you guys go back a couple seconds, you can see the exact moment when his heart broke. You can hear the sadness in his voice.
That's so fucking... God damn it! That's so dumb. Why do you gotta do this? That's like... He's like...
Because you hate The Miz. I had to ruin something for you.
Oh, I don't ruin it for you. He ruins it himself by his shitty matches. Look.
He main evented WrestleMania. He beat John Cena in the main event. Who has done that? Nobody but the goddamn Miz. Can't even take this bullshit anymore.
Good, get out. I won't have to talk about the Miz anymore.
That's my Becky Lynch promo. I'm angry right now.
Oh, god damn it, dude. That's such...
I have to pick up my goddamn notes.
Now I'm upset.
The rest of the podcast is going to be like this.
Yeah, so like I said, when I was trying to skip... See, here's the thing. If you would have just let me skip this, we would have been fine. We wouldn't have had this thing going on. I wouldn't have had a bunch of bad news. Like, dude, I was excited for tonight. I was going to go home. I was probably going to stop at Little Caesars, get some shit to eat, and, get some crazy bread. Maybe grab a Code Red Mountain Dew and get crazy tonight.
You know
play
who gets crazy?
Play some 7 Days to Die, and then, jerk off and fall asleep. But you know what? You fucked it up. Now I'm going to go home, and I'm going to be fucking pissed the entire time.
He's going to go home, eat a gallon of ice cream, and watch Lifetime. That's what he's going to do.
God damn it.
Lifetime television for rape
Anyway,
movies.
like I was saying, if we would have skipped that, we'd be fine. So, like I was saying, after Renee talked to the fucking shit-ass Usos, there was another long speech for Bray saying the same thing.
Hey.
And then I was saying...
his speeches are fantastic.
Okay, here's
You act like my wife right now. She hates Bray Wyatt, too. And I'm like, I would marry that man.
I need a new co-host. So, Tanya, please come in. And let's talk wrestling.
She hates The Miz, too.
There you go. Oh, my God. Please, let's set it up to where she... That's what we should do. We should have her come in and try to... Let's do that, too. Let's have her watch an entire Raw and then come in and, give her comments about it. She doesn't watch it with you, does she?
No. Well, she every once in a while. But now she used to love Roman Reigns, and now she hates him because of the steroids.
She doesn't know what's going on, right?
She knows bits and pieces, of her people that she kind of gives a shit about. But other than that, yeah.
Well, how about this? Damn it, I don't want you to have her not watch anything, but I was gonna say if you could separate her for a month and then just have her watch one and just have her come in and just be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and then we're just like, damn that fucking ass. That would be hilarious.
I would have to move into your house. A divorce would be happening soon after that. Love you, babe. Love you.
I think it would be funny to have her come in, and then we'll get that kid in that thinks wrestling's real, or we can get that one guy. The guy from the... It's still real to me, damn it! We could have that guy come in. He still believes in it. So, anyway. Oh, back to my Bray thing. Here's the thing. When he came out and he was doing that shit, it was cool. But he just kept doing it. And so, every fucking week, he has the same... It's not necessarily the same speech, but it's it's another rant. It's dude... I was putting down here, I was trying to say, it's he needs to be like The Undertaker and just disappear and then pop up right before something big's about to happen. Oh, this is who I'm coming for next. He doesn't get booked all the time. He doesn't do that now.
Yeah.
So...
He could totally crucify people, too, I think, which I don't know that WWE would ever do.
Yeah,
but
I don't think they're going to let that happen
back in the day, though, when, Undertaker put the people on the cross and stuff, I think that would be sick as hell.
Wasn't that when he had, the Ministry of Darkness?
Yeah,
Jesus.
And ECW, crucified, was it Sandman or something with, the barbed wire?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, if they could
let Bray
do
90s
that.
wrestling was the fucking best. It was so good.
I remember, random rant. That was, around the time ECW was trying to get Kurt Angle, and I guess he said he watched that, and he was like, nope. Yeah. Nope, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's not for me. Yeah. I don't know. I think he needs to like if it was in less. Like, I don't know, if it wasn't just as much of him, because it's fucking every week.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like, he showed up and just like, oh shit, Bray's here. Like, he just popped up for a second, then disappeared or whatever. And then he gave like a gigantic speech before like a big match or something, like he always does. Or like maybe like a preview like the week before, like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And then he just shows up and fights. I think that would be way better. But it's every fucking week. Like, God damn it.
I see where you're coming from, but he's kind of like, the friend you had in high school that he's doing dumb shit, but you still got to, support him. That's how I feel for him.
God.
He's my boy.
Speaking of dumb shit, the one I tried to go to, Becky, Naomi, and Nikki versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella.
You have to say it, Carmella.
Dude, she's so bad by herself. Like, she comes out.
She was great, yeah, with Enzo and Cass.
I mean, she's still, like, I don't know. Like, she came out and she was, like, doing her, like, little Enzo speech.
Yeah,
but it doesn't work because she can't fucking...
Smack talk, yeah. She just doesn't have the same flow as Enzo. Like, that guy has got to practice that shit in the mirror, on the toilet, in the shower.
In my notes, it says, as this match is... Because the match starts, and I just don't care about any of these girls except for Becky... Natalya for how she looks. Alexa Bliss is actually fairly decent. She's one of those girls that cute. I meant decent in the ring, Calvin. Why do you gotta always objectify girls?
I'm sorry. This is where I walk with my tail between my legs.
But
not that I have
all I wrote was as this match is happening, all I can really think about is how good some of these girls look and what to do with my base in 7 Days to Die. That's how distracted I was. I couldn't.
It honestly, I thought it was a decent match. Like, there's obviously been a lot more, like, I guess a lot better matches in this women's revolution, but... Yeah.
The thing that I hated about this is, and this doesn't really have anything to do with her, but Becky is trying to get tagged in like fucking crazy. And they keep pulling, Bliss back or whoever the fuck... Yeah. Or no, not Bliss. Naomi or Nikki or whoever. And, they can't get Becky tagged in. But once Becky gets tagged in, she's like going nuts. She's fucking clotheslining people, But here's the thing. It's like, why is that the thing? Like, why is it that when anyone ever gets fucking tagged in, all they do is they run in and they fucking clothesline fucking 90 people and hit someone off the apron? Like, why can't you do something else when you come in? Everyone's done that since wrestling started. Like, can you, like, even Kofi, when he gets tagged in, he does just an extended version of it where he jumps off the top rope. What does he do? Clotheslines people. God damn it. I mean, come on, man. How is that? Is that the automatic, like, startup?
At least it's not a suicide dive.
I'd rather see that.
Or a Miz match for you.
God damn, dude. It's so stupid.
Anyways, so Carmella wins, locks in her submission. I think they call it the Code of Silence now.
Yeah, and there was also a botch through the ropes. Did you see that? Where Becky tried to tackle her, and they like, we're going to fall out of the ring.
Becky's a little messy, I've noticed. I mean, she's,
Yeah. But yeah, she locks in the choke. And,
I kind of like that submission. I think it's pretty cool.
It's cool, yeah. No, plus, it kind of went with her whole neck injury thing, so that worked. But yeah, so Natalya, Bliss, and Carmella win because of Carmella's submission. And then, as you saw earlier, the Usos were out there fucking like,
we're gonna win this match.
Flapping their fucking dumb lips.
We're what did they say? Because of where the American Alpha got like drafted, we're the underdogs and.
Yeah, they're so annoying. So anyway, it's them versus American Alpha.
30-some second match.
And the American Alpha team, they completely smashed the Usos immediately because the Usos tried to cheap shot them.
You're not going to talk about the botch in that match?
What botch?
When one of the Usos tossed, what was it, Chad Gable, and he tried to do that little toss up into the Samoan drop, and I don't even know what the hell happened, but he tossed him up and went like over his shoulder like a pancake slam kind of.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was so, I was like, what the hell just happened? And I was so flabbergasted by that I missed the whole,
Dude,
I can't even remember.
I don't even remember that happening. All I remember is that, because they went in and they went to like shake hands or something, then the Usos attacked them, and then American Alpha, they just smashed them completely. And then the Usos come back in the ring and they're like getting ready to shake their hand and they fucking attack him again and they start beating the shit out of that dude's leg. Like they go fucking nuts.
I like the super kick and the body splash to the leg. I know you're not a big Uso fan, but I thought it was kind of cool to show him go like crazy and,
here's the
put
thing.
Him out.
How are they going to, we talked about this earlier, but how are you going to turn heel if everyone already hates you? He's like, they're like John Cena. Like everyone fucking hates him except for kids.
Yeah.
And it's like no one likes the Usos. They're a fucking stale tag match. They do the same shit. Oh, look, cool. You have to be liked. You have to be a face, to turn
to go
heel.
Yeah.
So goddamn stupid. So anyway, that was dumb as shit. And then
in my note, I put Usos wrestlers of the night.
God,
I don't mean that, okay, but
fucking no. So next was the Orton segment.
Yeah, the Orton where he told the story, like once upon a time, yada yada yada.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that because I fast forwarded through it.
It wasn't too bad of a story, but I don't really want to give it the time of day right now, so we'll just skip on with that.
Okay.
Although, just remember, he told the story because there's something in our free zone I want to talk about with that. So
okay. So then it switches to Fandango, however you want to say it. Did you ever see that? He was with Opie and Anthony, and I know you got your fill of them when we were driving down there, but
I miss them now.
They were he showed up in the studio, and they were like Fandango, and he's like, it's Fandango, and like just wouldn't quit with them, and he did that with a couple other people too. But yeah, so Fandango, he says Breeze is gone this week, so he's gonna find someone else to tango with. And I was like, okay, so they're going to do a tag match? No, he brings in some trashy-looking bitch that looks like a fucking bird. Like, what the fuck? Was she in the crowd?
I think she had to have been. They didn't really, at least on my Hulu episode, they didn't show where she came from.
Yeah, I didn't. She was just there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But, dude, her shit, what was it? It's like, these hips are the truth and you can't handle the truth.
My favorite thing is he, pulls her in, because he was going to dance with her. And he's like, I noticed you have tattoos. Very dangerous. Let's see if your hips are as dangerous as your tattoos. There is nothing Fandango can do wrong.
Dude, he's so fucking funny.
You probably did it. You missed his NXT stuff, right?
Most
when he
of
was
it,
Kurt
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is there was one part he had chloroform and he was carrying it around. Yeah, and they're like, "What are you gonna do with that? Why are you carrying chloroform?" He's like, "Who doesn't?" Just
oh my god, dude!
Total raper jokes, Just Fandango, I'm telling you, the guy is great.
Who doesn't?
And I'm so pissed that people don't like him as much as I do.
Dude, he's so funny, and him and Breeze are great together. But yeah, so he sends her out because she's doing this weird fucking dance. I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
Slide.
Yeah. So then he says he needs someone else to come out and dance with him.
Somebody
or some
with
shit.
fire.
Yeah. And then fucking Kane's music hits. Fucking Kane just marches down, and he doesn't do anything where he runs out of the ring. He stands there and he's like, "Yes, I love it. You're a big red dancing machine." And he's throwing kicks around him and shit.
You have fire. The red, I love it. I'm telling you, I fucking love Fandango.
Dude. So Kane grabs him, choke slams him, and then does the little fucking Fandango dance. He just does two quick ones, gets out, fucking just walks away. Fucking hilarious. And then, of course, there was another Connor thing. And I wrote, don't give a fuck about the Connor shit.
I cried.
So then...
Watch Selena.
It goes into Slater and Rhino versus the Hype Bros. And the two notes I have on this is the Hype Bros outfits are pretty cool. And essentially the entire... And I don't know where this came from because Slater was never oh, I'm a shitty wrestler. That wasn't ever his thing. But now all of a sudden it's he can't hold his own and he needs Rhino to fucking save the day.
That's because he's fucking Rhino.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Heath was never yeah. So the whole thing was just him. Like I said, it says right here, essentially the match is Slater sucking until Rhino tags himself in and kills everyone.
I do love that they're making Rhino a beast and not fucking... Well, I guess they are letting him eat crackers with cheese, kind of making him a little bit of a doofus, but...
So anyway, obviously, it was an okay match, but they get into the finals. Oh my goodness, that's a loud vehicle, and of course he sets the fucking dog off across the street. God damn it, so fucking
professionals.
Stupid.
Remember, professionals here.
So they're in the finals. They're supposed to be facing American Alpha, which apparently they announced that they're officially pulling them. So if they put the Usos back in, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
I just hope they let them.
Well, because the Usos are supposed to be on this, now they're assholes and they want those titles. So how are they not going to be the ones that get put back into it?
Yeah,
it's
dumb. Between them and the Hype Bros, right? That's what it says on the bracket.
Who?
It's Usos or Hype Bros gonna go against Rhino and Slater.
I don't fucking remember.
Nah.
I just remember that Slater and Rhino got it. Then the Usos came back talking to Renee Young, but they were now all of a sudden they're talking like gangsters. Oh, fuck, we got this shit now, dog. It's us. Our time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shut up, you fucking idiots. That's not what I wanted to say, but I'll I'll leave it at idiots. So
I wanted to say though, during the Rhino, Slater, I actually found myself rooting for Slater for like the first time in years.
Why?
I don't know. Like WWE is doing something right with this guy right now
because he has Rhino with him. That's why.
That's what they're doing right. But I have never when they first started NXT, it was like the reality show. Hated Heath Slater like then. I hated it when he was a one-man band, when he was a three-man band, when he was a Southern rocker, everything else. But now I'm like, I kind of, I see where they're going with this guy. I like it.
Whatever. So that happens. Then there's a Dean Ambrose segment.
Well, backstage.
And again, like, as I always say, great on the mic, just wish it transferred to the ring.
I hated the backstage segment with him this time.
Oh, no, it was terrible. And here's the thing I hated the most was it says, he was talking, I don't remember who he was talking to, but he's like, I drag people into places that they've never been before. They can't handle us. The first thing that popped in my head was like, how do you drag people into places they've never been before when you wrestle the same match every single time?
Ask Renee Young.
Oh, my God.
I just hated, I feel like I put in my notes right here, they seem to be making Ambrose an uneducated weirdo. Because, he was smelling the, spray and stuff in his hair. He's like, oh yeah. Where were they going? I don't see where they're going with his character right now.
I
feel like you were saying a couple weeks ago they were trying to make him a Stone Cold, but now I just feel like they're going a little
They're trying to make him
Eugene
this goofy, dumb guy.
Yeah.
I don't
Which
know
I don't like it. A badass, give it to him. Let New Day be the goofy idiot, or...
Dude.
Let The Miz be the goofy idiot,
He's just an idiot. So, but my thing, he comes out into the ring, they're talking, tells him that he drags people in the place they never bullshit. And then I just love it because he was talking about AJ's haircut and just insulting him. AJ just stands there. And then after I don't know, 3 or 4 more, he just kicks him in the balls and walks off.
If you can't tell, I love AJ Styles.
Dude, it's so goddamn funny. So yeah, but just boots him in the dick. That's the way it ends. But apparently once it went once it went off air, I guess Cena came out and there was a whole little thing. But so I don't know what's going on. I guess he's not coming into Backlash. There's no reports of him supposed to be there at all. So who knows? But yeah, that was pretty funny. So my overview of SmackDown was lots of fucking segments. I think there were 4 matches.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so my best match, or my favorite match, whatever you want to call it, just the chick match for the fine asses. That's what my notes say. What was your favorite match?
I'm going to have to go with the Rhino Slater Hype Bros.
That was a good one.
Just because Rhino. I feel like they're finally using him as a badass that he can be.
Best or favorite wrestler?
Can I say The Miz without making you flip your shit?
I mean, I've already flipped my shit. I mean, you're not going to... Here's the thing. You're not going to piss me off any more than me finding out that Dean is putting it to Renee. I'm very upset about this.
All right.
The Miz?
Yeah, we'll go The Miz for the night.
Mine was Becky for wrestling my heart.
God damn it. How could I follow that now?
Worst match? What was yours?
I mean, just because it was so short, I feel like I like a little bit of a build-up, but I'll have to go American Alpha versus Uso.
My worst was The Miz. And then
I thought that match didn't happen in your notes. How can that be the worst match of the night if it didn't happen in your notes?
Because you brought it up and I had to go back to it, so I just changed it to The Miz. You made it a reality. And,
all right,
everything after that went downhill, and that's where I found out all this terrible news. So yeah, I just changed it. It's The Miz. And worst wrestler for you?
Just because I hate him so much, even though I like the Hype Bros. I have to go. What the hell's his name now?
Miz. His name's
He doesn't
The Miz.
stay hyped. He gets. I don't know.
Miz?
He doesn't get hyped. He stays hyped. I hate that guy so much.
The other guy?
Yeah, not Zack Ryder. Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, there you go.
I fucking hate Mojo Rawley.
Any
match that he's in, any wrestling event that he's in, he's the worst wrestler.
What did he do to piss you off?
I just hate him. He's one of those guys that tries to. He reminds me of the friend, that comes over that's like, you drink a beer, I can drink 10 beers! Woo! I hate it so much. See, doesn't that want you, you wanted to punch me in the face just now. That's what I think of.
I'm just glad we couldn't figure this out and we weren't wearing headphones. I would have just peaked everything.
I would fighter.
All right, so that's, my fucking least favorite wrestler, worst wrestler, whatever, the fucking Miz. He's such an asshole. So that takes us into our little free zone area. Okay, so this is the free zone, free space, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
I guess we're gonna start off with I haven't. I think you told me one of them, but I guess there's some tweets that came in.
Yeah, we have always talked about how Kevin Owens is basically the best at insulting people ever, right?
Well, I mean Jericho.
Other than Jericho, sorry. When Kevin Owens was mocking, what is it, Enzo? Anyways, the guy's funny. Yeah. So Roman Reigns tweeted out, "Around the world in 5 days! Exclamation point period. Then I'm going to kick at fight Owens fight ass. Ah, yes, sir." So Jesus Kevin Christ. Owens replies back with, "Watch your language and your punctuation. Why the period after the exclamation point? Get a grip, Roman." Like, I don't know why, but that really, struck me as...
No, I like how he's engaging with him on social media and just talking shit. It's... Dude,
I could just picture the tone too he did it in. Just cracks me up.
So there was a Randy one too, right?
Yeah, which you said you found out a little bit more about.
Yeah, I think I remember this.
So I told you Randy went on the little story right against Bray, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Somebody just goes, "Where's the punchline?" Randy Orton hashtag SmackDown Live. And all he puts was, "It wasn't a joke, asshole." Yeah. Randy Orton seriously seems like the biggest douche outside of wrestling, but I freaking love every
I hear a lot of people say that they've ran into him and he wasn't a very nice guy. And but yeah, the second half of that was the kid wrote back and he's like, "Can't wait for the social media team to make you take this one down." And he just wrote back like, "Social media team, LOL." Like, all right, yeah, fucking. Yeah, those are kind of funny. I like how they're getting more involved with that kind of shit, and letting that shit go. So more into like the news side of things. This one, we're going to start off on one that's kind of a bummer for me. So if you remember, I don't know if you remember, what the fuck is this shit? Quit fucking calling me, god damn it. Trying to get serious.
It wasn't me.
If you remember, like, oh man, maybe like 3 years ago. Ooh, you know what? That'd be good too. I can play this. No. Like 3 years ago, Diamond Dallas Page, or maybe it was a little bit longer than that. He got together with
Scott Hall.
Jake the Snake. He started out with Jake the Snake, and 2013. So it was way before that. So it was probably like 2011 or something.
Yeah.
He got together with Jake the Snake and fucking turned his life around with the DDP yoga and fucking getting him on the right track and getting him sober and all this shit. And he started a crowdfunding thing to get Jake's a surgery that he needed, which I think was for his hip that he needed? I can't remember. But anyway, it was a success, and Jake started doing really well. And it was really nice to see him like coherent and not like like a drunken piece of shit who's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing for Scott Hall or Razor Ramon, however you know him. And Scott did the same thing because Scott was fucking terrible.
That guy was like Walking Dead almost.
If you haven't watched it, there's this. I think it's called like 60 on 60 or some shit like that, and it's the Scott Hall story, and it's like an 18-minute video, and it is fucking fantastic. It's such a goddamn good video. You can find it on YouTube and stuff, and I'll probably post it on our page later. But yeah, so anyway, so he cleans up Scott, and there's Scott's doing great, and he fucking gets back into shape, looks fantastic, and he does the same thing, does a crowdfunding thing, which I donated to, and I donated $100, and for that perk, you got like a signed picture from him, you got a T-shirt, and then he will call you, and he'll talk to you, and you can just bullshit with him for like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, and so anyway, the perks, they said that it was going to take a while to get everything. And, man, once they announced that perks were getting ready to start, I stuck by my phone. I'm really bad. Like, I will not answer numbers that I don't know. But, dude, every fucking number that came through, I answered. Everything. I was just like, oh, shit. And then fucking, let's see, when was it? One night at 6:12 p.m., November 4th, 2013, so oh shit, hold on a second. Yeah, at 6:12 p.m. at night, I went to the bathroom and I didn't take my phone with me. And I came back and there was a fucking voicemail on my phone. And I was like, "Oh, who is that?" So I get there and I turn it on and I play my voicemail, and this is what happens.
Hey yo, this is a message for Jeff. This is Scott Hall calling. Just want to take a moment to thank you for your kindness for donating to my hip surgery fund. And to let you know latest updates, I'm healing ahead of schedule. Things are really sweet for me now. And it's because of people like you all around the world who took time to help out. I know money is tough these days, and I thank you for your generosity. I'm sorry I missed you, and I hope you have a great evening. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
I wanted to cry so bad when that happened. When I was like, I don't know that number, and they left me a voicemail. And I heard, "Hey yo." And I was like, "No!"
He's all, "Hey, no!"
Yeah, dude. Oh, I was so bummed out. But anyway, so I got a voicemail from him. I do have an autographed picture from him that I need to get framed and all that good shit. But so anyway, Scott's been great. When did they come back? Like WrestleMania 31 or something like that?
Yeah, with the
it was Triple H and
Triple
Sting,
H,
and then
right?
DX and NWO came out and faced each other. And Scott fucking took a bump. You know, he took a fucking back body drop, and he's been looking great. But all of a sudden, rumors started popping up that he got thrown out of an airport bar for being hammered.
No.
Yeah, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
I donated to you.
Yeah, I was like, "That's
Maybe
my
you can
money.
get the call
You
next
owe me
time."
money. Owe me a call that I can actually answer." But yeah, so I guess he got hammered or something. He was in an airport bar and just like got thrown out. I was like, bullshit. Because there have been a lot of rumors, like when in New Orleans,
Yeah.
there are people saying that he was getting hammered in bars, and he's like, that's bullshit. I was hanging out with DDP and all this shit, and I was like, they can all back me up. And so there's been a lot. So I thought it was bullshit. But then let me read this. It says, as noted, WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, was removed from the Atlanta, Georgia airport bar inside TGI Fridays over the weekend following an incident with a female bartender. Hall, who was reported to be drinking tequila shots and beers prior to the incident that led to the cops getting called, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, he left a little bit before the cops showed up, but then this fucking popped up, and this is where it made it fucking real. Scott Hall, the official Scott Hall fucking Twitter, it says, thank you everyone for your support and concern regarding my recent relapse. I'm back on track and doing well. I hope this doesn't turn into a thing where he's seen that he can get better and do well, and he can have a drink every now and again. Which, I mean, I'm not against, like, I understand that there are guys that have a huge problem. They can go back to drinking and they can fucking, like, control it. But he's getting thrown out of places. Like, dude, fucking chill out.
It's not
and, like,
controlling if you're getting tossed out of
well,
places.
and I see him on Twitter and shit, too, and he's always like, hitting up, like, porn stars, and he's like, you know what I mean? Like, he's always, like, very, here's the thing, dude. He was a pretty good-looking dude back in the day, and he's still in fucking great shape now. Like, he posted a picture not too long ago with his shirt off. Like, dude's fucking still big as shit. And but yeah, he's very forward with women on Twitter and stuff, and he's always trying to hit them up, and they're all porn stars. And so that I don't know. I just hope it doesn't turn into a thing to where, like, if he can drink and he can handle it, or you want to have a beer and, like, watch whatever, just hang out, that's cool. But yeah, don't get fucking tossed out of fucking bars and shit, dude. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. He's just had such a bad run for, like, most of his fucking life that I want him to be fucking clean and, like, chill out. So that fucking sucks to hear about. The next thing is, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, and I don't have any, like, major news stories pulled up about this. I guess I have this right here. We can kind of read this. So Paige and Del Rio are fucking, which pisses me off almost as much as the Renee Young and Dean Ambrose thing I just found out about today that crushed my fucking world. There have been some issues. All of a sudden, they both get suspended at the same time for violating wellness policy, which means they're doing drugs and fucking or whatever, Like, I guarantee they're just doing coke and just slamming each other. Fucking pieces of shit. And, but yeah, Paige has been like, she's been off air. She's been getting in trouble ever since hanging out with Del Rio. And WWE denies it. Of course they're going to, but apparently they've been saying, there have been hints that they need to kind of, and they put them both on different shows. So they put one on SmackDown and one on Raw. So they've been apparently they've been hinting that, hey, you guys need to fucking stop. And the worst thing you can do to a girl who's already kind of a rebellious asshole is tell her who to not fucking date, So, there's been all these reports of, like, Paige isn't, is she coming back? What's going on with Del Rio? And the thing is with Del Rio, I saw a really good comment where they're like, I wonder what's going to happen with Del Rio because his contract ends in September, and one guy popped up. He's like, who fucking cares? Like, he's done the bare minimum since he got back. He hasn't done fucking anything. He's been an asshole the entire time.
He came back and beat Cena, I think, was like the biggest thing he's done.
Yeah, but I mean, he's put in like the most minimal effort that you possibly could. And now he's fucking suspended and his contract, like, he's not coming back.
No,
but they're all like, well, what's going to happen with Paige? Well, apparently, Paige has hired a lawyer. Is what's going on.
Yeah.
So we found out that Paige has hired a lawyer, and so let's see what this says. Paige, future said to be up in the air, blah, blah, blah. While dealing with injuries, she's still serving a 30-day suspension for her first violation of the wellness policy. She's under contract till 2019, but there's been a lot of heat over her relationship with Alberto Del Rio and other issues leading to speculation of her not coming back. Yeah, so apparently she hired a lawyer and they found out about it, so things are looking like she's trying to get out of her contract, and she's going to go wherever Del Rio goes. Can't wait for that relationship to fucking end. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, like, they're going to break up, and then she fucking ruined her WWE career. She's 24 years old. Like, she
could go to TNA, though, maybe, and,
she's going to go to fucking Lucha Underground or some dumb shit with him.
Yeah.
And then she's...
be a valet for a while.
Like I said, she's 24 years old and she's in the WWE, and she's fucking it up for dick. Dude ain't throwing down that hard. I mean, come on. Dude, he ain't fucking you so good to where you're just like, oh, millions of dollars?
Goodbye.
Get out of here with that shit. So, yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens with that. The only other thing I have... this is going to be the last thing we're going to talk about. So this is something that interested me a lot, unless you have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. So I know he's kind of a touchy subject in the WWE world, but I fucking love Chris Benoit. Like,
I'm going to step out for this one. Step it out.
No, okay, here's the thing. Chris Benoit, absolutely, and this is the thing that kind of pissed me off about that list we talked about on our test episode or whatever. He is absolutely the best technical wrestler there ever was. It was like him and Guerrero, Chris Jericho, fucking Dean Malenko, all those guys. But Chris was absolutely the best one. Wasn't great on the mic.
No.
But that dude was a fucking monster in the ring. That dude was so fucking ridiculous. He was one of my all-time favorites. What are you doing?
Playing with my phone.
Stop playing with your phone. But there were a lot of rumors and everything surrounding what happened. So if you don't know, Chris Benoit, he's this dude. He's like 5'11", just jacked to the fucking gills. The dude's fucking just ripped as shit. Fucking, like I said, greatest fucking wrestler, just pure technical wrestler. Like, in terms of flashiness and overall, Sean and like all those guys were better. But in terms of like pure technical wrestling
some of the
ability,
matches, like him and Angle had, I remember back in the day.
Jesus Christ, dude. But yeah, so anyway, the dude's fucking amazing and definitely one of my all-time favorites. He ended up. So what happened was all of a sudden there were these reports that there was an accident at the house and this and that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Chris turns up dead, his wife turns up dead, and his 8-year-old, I think the kid was 8 years old, 8-year-old
young kid.
turns up dead as well. And so WWE, that was on like a Sunday night or something. And then Monday on Raw, they cancel everything. And they do like a 3-hour, or I think it was 2 hours back then.
It was like right around the same time Eddie Guerrero passed away.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero passed like a year or two before that or something, like right before that. And so they do this thing where the whole thing, it's just everyone talking about Chris and what a great guy he was and how quiet he was, and how they couldn't figure out how he could do something like this and all these plans that he had and stuff like that. And then it turns out the next day, the cops rule it as a double murder and suicide. So Chris went in and he killed his wife and then he killed his kid and then he hanged himself on gym equipment or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of controversy surrounding that because there have been like conspiracy theories of like, well, a couple weeks before that, Chris had been like super paranoid and he started taking like alternate routes to different, different places. And, there was a lot of, and, I'm not going to go into like what's what. Some of it is sketchy, but I mean, at the same time though, the dude had so many concussions that his brain was like, apparently they compared that to his brain compared to an 85-year-old man with Alzheimer's and dementia. So kind of what I'm thinking what happened. And here's the thing too is there was another weird thing. It's like someone reported his wife's death 14 hours earlier before the bodies were even discovered. So that was kind of weird. And then his kid Yeah, yeah. His kid. There was a bunch of things surrounding that, like that. Like they kept changing where the bodies were found and what was, what was and wasn't done, and this and this. So there's a whole bunch of shit surrounding it. The only thing I think is weird is when you listen to like different people talking about it and stuff. They'll always say like, Chris would never do that. They were trying for another kid. They had some fights or whatever before, but he would never do that. So what I think happened was. And Chavo Guerrero, I guess he was talking to him and he was saying that Chris said, hold on, and that he heard like a scuffle or whatever. And then later, like he was sounding all groggy when he called him back and he's like, hey, my address is blah, 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 and hung up the phone. So like that kind of sounds like he was attacked or something. Yeah. But I guess right before that, another wrestler had his kid kidnapped and he was killed or something. I don't remember the whole fucking story. But yeah, if you listen to Nancy Benoit's sister, she goes on Talk is Jericho with Jericho, and she talks about all this. But the only thing that's weird about it is it goes into like, oh, he was going to do this and he was going to do that and he would never do this. And even she believes that he did it, which I think he did too. Yeah. But there are some weird fucking things where it's like, that's kind of sketchy. Why would that happen? And even she says shit that makes you question it. Well, why would he do it then? So I think what happened was, with Alzheimer's, that shit's a motherfucker. Yeah. Like, that shit will straight up, you will be a different person, and then you will snap back, and that never happened. Like, you don't know that happened. There's a picture that someone took of Chris Benoit on, like, Sunday or something, and his wife and his kid had already been dead for 2 days. So he was out in the public. So what I think so I don't think he was like, I'm going to kill my wife and my child, and then I'm going to kill myself. I think it was more of like, whatever that switch is that does that, it hit, and he went out and he killed them, and I think it snapped back again, and he's like, oh, I need to go run this errand, and then it fucking snapped back again, or he comes home and he's like, oh my God, what the fuck, and then, or whatever, and then he fucking kills himself. I think that's what happened. I think it was a thing of like, he snapped, killed them, went out of it, and then was like, oh, I'm gonna go about my day, snapped again, and fucking offed himself. Yeah. I think that's probably what happened. But man, there are some weird things that do surround it. But yeah, it fucking sucks. And so anyway, basically with all that, after that, the WWE has banished everything of Chris Benoit. If you wear, and I was just talking about this earlier, I bought a Chris Benoit shirt earlier today. If you wear anything Benoit related, you have a Benoit sign, you do anything close to WWE, you bring that shit in, you get fucking kicked out. No except, like, that's it. Yeah. Like I have a front row seat to them coming to Denver here before too long. I was like, oh yeah, well, my Benoit. Oh fuck, no, I won't. Never mind. They'll fucking kick me out. I'm not losing that fucking seat. So anyway, the reason I want to talk about this is they have been talking about a Chris Benoit movie for a while because it's such a fucking crazy story. The dude is at the top of his game, greatest fucking technical wrestler of all time, in my opinion, and fucking double murder suicide. And there's all these steroid things in it, and that's kind of what sparked the whole fucking the brain injury thing that they're doing with football players now and testing everything, because his brain was so it was goo, and he had nothing there. And they, like I said, they compared it to a guy who would just be 85 years old, and he was like, what, maybe 40? Yeah, I
don't even know if he was that.
Yeah, exactly. And so Alzheimer's and fucking dementia. Come on, man. And that's from all his shit throughout his entire career. But so they're supposed to make a movie, and I can't say the guy's name right, but his name's like Liev Schreiber or Live. I don't know. He's a bad motherfucker. I know I'm butchering his name. But yeah, so they've been talking about him fucking playing the guy and he looks like Chris too a little bit, and he'd be fucking way good. Let me see if I can pull him up. His name's like Leiv, Schreiber, or it's Liev Schreiber, and then look at this dude right here. So tell me this guy wouldn't be fairly decent. You see what I'm saying? Oh. Pretty decent dude. I think he'd pull off a good look for it.
Yeah, he could totally.
But yeah, so he's been in the talks for a long time now, because this movie's been they were supposed to make this movie forever, and so finally they got this lady named Lexi Alexander, which I am more excited for than any of the other previous directors, because she did Punisher Warzone, which was just violent as fuck. And then she did one of my favorite movies, and I didn't know that she did this, one of my favorite movies, Green Street Hooligans. Have you ever seen that?
I've never even heard of that.
Fucking awesome. It has Elijah Wood and what's the Charlie Hunnam or whatever, the guy from Sons of Anarchy, the blonde kid.
Sons of Anarchy.
Great fucking show. But yeah, Green Street Hooligans is Elijah Wood. Essentially, he goes over to the UK, I believe, and I don't remember if it's with a parent or if he just wants to go. He's like a journalist, and he starts following around like soccer hooligans. You know, those guys that get fucking hammered at bars, and you know they go and start fights and shit in the streets. And yeah, he starts following them around, and and she fucking directed that shit. That movie is amazing. So and she's confirmed it. She has said, let's see. Where is it at? Oh, yeah. The long-rumored Chris Benoit biopic, Crossface, great fucking name, by the way, may finally be seeing the light of day. Director Lexi Alexander confirmed on Twitter that she has signed on to direct the biopic. The movie was at one point scheduled to be directed by Vincent Amorium. I don't know who that is.
I thought you were going to say McMahon.
Yeah. Alexander tweeted the following on the project. Wow, I was supposed to wait for a press release until I can talk about it, but I guess someone else didn't want to wait. And well, if you know me a little bit, you can imagine I wouldn't have said what? What does it say? Jesus Christ, I should probably proofread the shit first. It says then you can imagine I wouldn't have said yes to an irresponsible script. Oh, okay, so she's saying like if the script was shit, she wouldn't have signed on for it. So she's saying it's really good. Yeah, so I kind of ranted on that, but, you know, a lot of people don't know Chris Benoit because they've kept him out of the picture for 10 years.
Even, like, I don't think you can look up his name on the WWE.
No, it doesn't.
You can still watch matches, but it gives,
you cannot search his name, and then, if you watch a match, it pops up and says...
Yeah, with some kind of, like, disclaimer, you know?
Yeah, like, it's not like he murdered him in the ring. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I can kind of see where they're going, but I also feel bad, too, that, like, his fucking phenomenal wrestling career is gone.
Well,
now.
And here's the thing. They shouldn't not mention him because they'll do shit with, like, WrestleMania 20 whenever they call back to that because it was Chris and Sean. Oh, my God. All right, I will cover this. Calvin is such an asshole. I hope he shits his pants on the way to the bathroom. So I'm left here alone. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. We're going to talk about chemtrails. Do you guys understand this? The government is poisoning us. I'm not going to go into that. Oh, yeah, so they won't mention him in anything. So, like, at WrestleMania 20, it was a triple threat, and this is where Benoit won the heavyweight title. And it was him, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. And whenever they refer to it, they'll go, Shawn Michaels and Triple H they had this 3-man match, and neither man won. Like, they won't even say his name. And there's all these ways that they get around it, and they won't mention it. And they're like, it's just weird that they'll completely shut this guy down. Over some, like, it wasn't even him that did it, you know, because of all the dementia and shit like that. You can't even say that was Chris Benoit that did anything. So I can understand disassociating yourself with the actions. But, I mean, the guy was just, you know, he was such a great in-ring performer. And I know some people that are, you know, like under 20. So, I mean, if you've never had the opportunity to watch him or do anything like that, please go and, like, YouTube Chris Benoit matches and understand how great this guy was.
And don't Taco Bell in podcasts.
Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I was going to wait for Calvin to get here before we sign off. So, third episode, Stupid Idiots Wrestling Podcast. Next week is going to be very interesting because we have, regardless if you like it or not, we record on Thursday, we put it up Friday. So Saturday the 11th?
10th.
The 10th? Saturday the 10th, CM Punk will be fighting his debut in UFC. He'll be fighting Mickey Gall. I'm absolutely talking about that. And then Sunday... You got something to say on that?
I was going to say, I want to take bets. Is he going to come out as Phil Brooks or CM Punk?
CM Punk.
Is he?
Yeah, because if you watch... that's another thing you guys should watch. Watch that Evolution of Punk series. It's only 4 episodes. They're each like 20 minutes long. And then UFC does this thing called Embedded, where they put out a video every day for the week of the fight. And it kind of goes through and follows the fighters and stuff like that. And CM Punk kind of pops up in a couple of them. And but yeah, anyway, they have these Reebok outfits now, which a lot of people fucking hate. But on the back it says CM Punk.
Oh.
So he's coming out to CM Punk. The big question is he coming out to Cult of Personality? That's the big thing.
Oh, god damn, I could see Vince McMahon almost doing what I did.
Running
shitting
off to
himself.
take a shit. Yeah. So anyway, so that's on Saturday. Definitely watching that. And then Sunday is Backlash. We will be watching that as well. But I don't think we're going to... we're not going to cover it in depth like we do with like major pay-per-views and stuff like that, where it has everyone on it. This is strictly a SmackDown pay-per-view. So I think we'll cover maybe just like give like a quick little, so this person won the championship. Match was fucking awesome. Yeah. See you later. I think that's what we're going to do. So it's not going to be full coverage. So if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Get off my dick. And,
unfollow our page.
Yeah, get out. No, don't do that.
We love you guys. We love all of you.
All right. Well, see you guys next. Jesus. See you guys. Yeah, it's time to go home. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next Friday.
Whoa. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I didn't call you idiots. I called you stupid idiots.